able to get that. We need to get on the Gwen here. One more W should do the trick. Beautifully done. What is up, everyone? This will be my Renekton jungle video, and Renekton jungle actually, in my opinion, is very viable. It's not a troll pick. You can actually pull it off, and I've been experimenting with some builds that I think will be very strong and very good for you to pop off with. So for starters, a rune setup, you can do this page is what I recommend. You can go press to attack, or you can go into Conqueror. Those are your options. For items, you can rush Ghostblade into, you know, Cleaver, a pretty standard build, or you can go into like a Tiamat Stridebreaker into Cleaver build. Both are the ones that so far I find to be very good. For pathing, you can start red or blue. You want to start Q level 1. And you're going to be maxing Q and you're going to be maxing W second. So I really like W max second because you pretty much turn into like a bit of a stun bot and you become a big CC problem. You pretty much nuke anyone with your empowered W, right? So Renekton W, the empowered effect is going to be really OP for you. And your early clear, yeah, it's not that fast, but it does pick up a lot. So you're just going to have to sort of suffer on the initial clear, but it's not so bad because of Renekton is just a very, you know, sort of powerful champion, so you can kind of make the best out of it. So here you want to kind of pull the camps, and what you're going to do is just smite and then W right after. You can go E as well, but it's just up to you on single targets. E is generally you want to start E level 2 on single targets. So I haven't actually tested as much, but it does generate a bit of fury as well, so it's not too bad. And your E is going to be level 3. It's going to give you a lot of damage, a lot of value here. And your E, what it does is when you dash through multiple targets, you actually get a lot of value off of it. So you can get a lot of value off of your E ability. Multiple dashes is going to give you a really fast and efficient clear. Against the Zed jungle this game, we're going to be playing in Masters rank, and you want to be using your empowered Q most of the time. So what you want to do is initially you want to start with this, do another dash here, and then empower Q, right? That's pretty much the go-to. Anytime you can dash through multiple targets, it gives you a lot more stacks, so you're going to get a lot of value from that. So you want to do that. Single target, empower W does stun and do a lot of damage, so you can always play around that. So here, I'd like to Q, auto, then E again. And here, you can just auto attack and W right after. Important thing is your W is that auto attack reset, right? So you do want to play around that. And your red side clear is much faster than your blue, so you do want to think about that as you're kind of pathing. You will clear a lot faster with, you know, your red side clear. First clear, like I said, it's going to be a bit sad, but it does speed up, so you don't have to worry about that. Think about it, even though you have a slow clear speed, right? What you have to understand is you're very much like you're strong if someone tries to cheese you, right? You're very strong. You're a scary champion to fight. This game, we're going to be able to kind of just get our crab. And what we want to do is whenever you want to go for like ganks or whatever, just stack up your fury on, you know, like a crab here. And you're not going to use like your W or Q or anything. What you want to do is just stack it up. And you're pretty much just going to get ready to use. So here I'm going to be ready to kind of like dash in, empower W when I have it ready. But C's, if they have wards and stuff, you have to watch out. But here you can actually see we're going to go in. Flash W is just one shot. And, you know, a very quick kill. Like, you're playing him not to be like a full clear, fast farming jungler. Playing him to kind of just be a menace. So here, I have empowered W, so if you can actually get on him, we can actually kill. Oh my god, I actually wasn't expecting that one. A bit of a problem here. I don't know what Zed's timer is. He could be here really quickly. I don't have a buy. So what I'm going to do is just hit this and see where he is. It looks like he's here. And I'm just going to reset after that, right? I'm going to let him have Gromp because I want to get that buy off. But I'm looking to kind of just... They don't really have CC, so they can actually... They can't really go on us, so... Oh. We might have to sacrifice Alistar there. I was fine, but my boy Alistar wanted to give me a little shout out there. Respect that. So here I'm going to base... Surprised that reached me. Oh my god, this Nami actually be... we should have based though. A little greedy there. My timer was just... I had a timer. I should have took it. You can't go team up, but honestly, you clear so fast you don't need it. What I recommend is just going Ghostblade. The reason why you go Ghostblade is because you're about to just... You need that movement speed, and the Ghost Blade passive active is really important. God, that Nami pissed me off. You want to go boss side here because Zed was in the area. He probably stole my Raptors. So I want to make sure he doesn't steal my Krugs as well. So I'm able to kind of just run here. I'm just going to do them really fast. So here are E, Q, E again, auto attack W. I'm not smiting just because I'm waiting in case Zed is here. But no Zed, so we're just going to Q now. In our ball lane, we have a really good CC setup. So we're probably going to get a lot of sort of like value. And I'm pretty happy if we can get like a bunch of ganks going bot side. So here he hasn't really taken it. So I can just go and play with my farm here. E, E again, Q, auto W, right? Your W is the auto attack reset. With press attack, it's going to be really good. Your powered Q just does like more damage in an AoE, right? So pretty straightforward. Isn't really too much complication there. So here I'm just going to go in with my Void. And in power W, you can see that damage. And your Renekton is a monster. And the reason why I really love this pick is because of level 6. Like level 6, it's going to be insane. Your ulti is insane. Like I'm talking, the amount of damage your ulti actually does is just crazy to me. Like you're like a raid boss, and level 6, you can pretty much absorb so much damage. The only problem is getting cheese early game. If your clear is slow, you lose all your jungle camps. But if you play well, if you pad like, you know, relatively well, if you don't waste too much time running back and forth, you just play around your farm, your items. Like once you have Ghost Blade, you're just really quick. And you're going to be able to kind of like run around the map really quickly. Here, I'm going to have it in pretty much after I do these 2 camps. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Your E has 2 dash components. So you can see here, it has 2 dash components. You dash through a target, you can dash again. So it's important to always get that initial first dash, because if you miss the first dash, you're not going to get the repeat dash. And that's where you're going to sort of, you know, have a problem right there. But Zed being bot side, honestly, I'm just going to farm and then play for the grubs most likely here, and then reset after finishing grubs. Though I could just base and get Ghost Blade and then do grubs. Both are fine. It's really up to you. I'm so strong on grub fight that I want, you know, to have the right components. I want the right items for this because it's going to be a really big fight for me. And right here, you can go into whatever item components next. Cleaver, straightforward. Honestly, I haven't tried the Blade of the Rune King build after the buffs, but I imagine it might actually be really strong too. I could do grubs here. Honestly, I'm just going to check to make sure he doesn't steal my red right after. So I'm going to just check to see if Zed is trying to steal my red buff right after. If he doesn't, I'm just going to clear these camps and then go play for the grubs. I'm not afraid of fights around grubs because I know I'm just going to pretty much win it. I'm more concerned about losing camps to Zed jungle, right? So Voidgrubs, I'm confident that we're going to get it. Unless he somehow teleports there instantly. But I'm just trying not to lose camps, right? So that's what I'm trying to like focus on. Your Empower Q just does insane damage and healing. It's your AoE effect. You always want to prioritize that when you're using your clear. You can go for, you know, Empower Ws on single target camps, but just remember your Empower Q is just very important. So here, E dash, Q. Here I'm just stacking up my Fury because I know there's a play here. So I'm going to stack up my Fury and then I'm going to head in here. I'm going to tank this because I know I can just kind of kill him after. Oh my god, that tower hurts. We get the kill, but honestly, if I was going to die to that tower shot, I would have backed up a bit. Damn, that shit. I guess I'm a Ghost Blade now. Really, that fight, because I wasn't able to get the E reset on the minion, he might actually just be getting the grubs now. So you want to get either your boots upgrade or you want to go into whatever you want. CC wise, enemy team has a decent amount of CC, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to just get armor boots because I really just have to be fast, right? What you need is to be able to get on your targets, right? That's what's really important. I think, oh my god, a Jace though. So really well played by him. You just really have to get on your targets. That's literally all it is. So if you're able to kind of accomplish that, it's really good. Here, if you can stack them up, it's really nice. Your E also stacks up your Fury really nicely, and just try to hit Q on multiple targets. You do grubs fine, you do objectives really well. So that's not anything else. It's just that first clear, and maybe like your second clear, that could be a bit of an issue. Here you can also just E, double dash, and just get a really good value. And the W is going to be what I like to max second, just because you're going to notice in fights that the cooldown is going to be way too long if you don't have it. And the E dash, it's nice to have, but realistically, I just find it better to just have, you know, the other stuff. I have my W coming up, but I can't really go on her. With ulti, I can kill her, but I don't think she'll stay. Maybe she will. I'll just stay and kill her in 5. Once she EQs here, I can just go in here. I do believe I can just kill her too. Bro, how does that E not hitting? That's just crazy to me. Alright, I'm trolling. I'm gonna base now. You just have to get the E reset, because if you get the E reset, you can just be right on top of them right away. If you don't have the E reset, you're just not killing anyone. I honestly am just surprised. I thought it was so quick. Like with Ghostblade passive, I'm not able to reach that target. It's just crazy to me. I wasted a lot of time there. I should not have. But I'm going to be on my way mid here to help whatever situation I can. Mid fight is really good. We can get a kill here. You know your boy loves your waves, right? And mid tower, I mean, might as well just grab some plates. If I have empowered W, that's usually where we're going to have a lot of damage. So I'm just, if I don't have it up, so I can't really fight here. I can push the wave, but I'm not really killing anyone. Not much to go on here. Nami's going to try to perma slow me, so I have to just run. And I'm going to just go farm there and just go get my jungle camps. And yeah, the cooldown on your W goes down a lot, but you're really trying to like nuke people down, which is where you're going to get a lot of your value. Your ultimate's really important. Like your ultimate's going to be like here you can kind of see like where my weakness is on this champion, right? Like getting kited is exactly where you don't really want to be, right? You need to be able to kind of get on these people with your dash, your E. So like wasting your E early was pretty much how I've been doing it a couple times is really bad, right? So you don't want to be wasting that first E. This E has to kind of like hit a target, right? Because if it hits it, you get that W off the reset and you get this second E, right? And that's what's really important because it's going to give you that extra time to kind of chase them down. So the whole Ghostblade with the idea behind the Ghostblade is to get that second E. So here this fight's looking really good for us because I'm going to have this flank on them. And here you can just keep chasing. Empower Q with press attack. My W is starting to get really up there, right? So my W is, I'm starting to get a lot of points into it. So this damage is going up. And when you ulti, you get a lot of fury, right? So the ulti is just really, come on Gromp, don't run away from me now. Your ultimate's going to give you a lot of fury for fights to be really, really a bit of a menace. I don't know about this dive, but I guess it's okay now. The press attack, you get the second E, E forward. Oh, not enough damage though. She dies though. Beautiful. And you rely heavily on this ultimate. What's crazy about this ultimate, first of all, it gives you a bunch of fury. Second of all, it gives you so much AoE damage. Like it does like every 0.5 second does like 80 magic damage, right? So your ultimate's going to do like 700 damage, 1,000, 2,000 damage to people if you're fighting them for long. We probably should have got the dragon, but honestly, it's just a bit of a fun game right now. We're just running around killing people. And honestly, this Zed might actually die because our Bel'Kaz is really, he's on the case right now. Zed jungle, really, really fast clear. Really good for securing these sort of objective stuff. I don't want to keep fighting right now, but maybe we have to. I think my team wins that anyways. And whenever you have a chance, just farm your ulti, the extra points into it. It's going to be pretty much your game breaking for team fights. You can also try going Stride Breaker. I haven't tried it exactly yet, but I think Stride Breaker could just also be good. And it will help you a lot. Or not try, but it will help you a lot with just getting onto targets too. And I think the clear speed will be much better. The W max though, I really do think it's really important because you're pretty much going to stun CC lock people down with this. And the extra E point isn't really necessary because you're really clearing AoE camps perfectly. The E does empowered ability, which just does more damage, but also shreds armor. Not really going to be using that a lot of the time because not really that many people with armor. Your empower W is the most important one, and then you're just pretty much spamming empower Q. Your empower E is sort of something you do by accident when you're just like your E is up and you need to use it for certain situations. So here, this is a situation where what I want to do is just go. Try to get on top of them, flash, empowered, and then just burn them down. The traps, if there was no traps, you would want to get on that. Auto attack, reset, boom. You see how much damage I do, right? Like, I'm telling you, like, in raid, when you ulti and you go in, like, if you want to have fun playing, you're going to have fun playing this. Just max W second, because it's all about those W rotation, the stun locks, stuff like that. The Ghost Blade really does give you a lot of damage. It does make you quite squishy, though, so some people maybe not thrilled about that part. But I do think you can make it work quite well. I get Ghost Blade into like range squishy comps. If I'm against more tankier comps, you can either go into like, you know, Stride Breaker, Cleaver build that I think is really good. Or it's just kind of like up to you exactly which build you want to go for. My boy is stuck. He's stuck in motion. So here, auto attack W, that's a rotation, that's a combo. Q, whenever you have that power, E again, you have the second E, so how do you want to use it? Ghost Blade to catch up, empower, your W's back up, right? So that's pretty much how you're playing it. That's how you want to make sure you're doing things. Keep your rage up, because if you have your fury, keep your fury up, because if you fury, you can empower your abilities, which is the W stun, which lasts a long time. There are some more important mechanics that I haven't really touched on, but here you want to just make sure you get tanky. You have Cleaver by, you want to go into like Sterix, Spear of Sojin. You just want to get tanky and just be like really annoying. Death Stance is also really good. You just become like a frontline tank in a way. Not tank, but frontline bruiser. With this build, with this point of spike, his 2-item spike, like what I'm at right now is insanely strong. Trust me though. You just have to get these sort of points. And you're going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard to play against like kiting range comps. That's where you're going to struggle a lot. But once you get your items, you're just going to be good to go. Now I could fight again. So I'm going to see what's going on here. Remember, the goal is to just Ghost Blade onto targets. When you Ghost Blade onto them, you get on them with the E. You just chase them down with like multiple W's and stuff like that. I'm not trying to fight here. I'm just trying to get like some jungle. There are people who just really want to spam fights. I'm not having that. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just going to farm. You can do the objective when you can. And you're not always using your W as an all attack reset. Some situations when you have empowered W, you just want to flash on them or dash on them and just use your empowered W as soon as possible, because it's a click and stun. So you just have to press it and then lock them down. So in fights, I'm going to just be spamming W to get on them. And this is like sort of the point where you're going to feel pretty good with, you know, having ability haste. The problem is ability haste is just hard to get to later. So it's just, that's like the issue you're going to find. And now with some more ability haste, this is where it really is, you become a real menace in the team fights. Because of how tanky you are, because of the W cooldown now being 5 seconds. If you don't max a second, it's going to be like 11 seconds, which is your E cooldown. Personally, I think it's just important to have it down, because you're really about just getting these like multiple stuns with empowered abilities. It does insane amounts of damage. So here you want to W and then R to cancel it, and then just keep spamming your dashes. So here you're going to have another one coming up. I actually lived there exactly because of You know, point and click stun, very strong. There I should have saved my dash to double dash on them. That was actually the mistake I made there. But it's okay. I was able to kind of get the kill after. I just want to start dragon now. But you are a bit squishy, so you kind of like have to watch out when you go in. You can just kind of get nuked down if you get CC, if they chain CC you to death and stuff like that. Enemy team, just have to worry about that. You do have to play around your ultimate a lot, so make sure you play around that. Very important ability. Gwen is annoying, so you have to worry. Her tankiness, you just have to watch out for that. You can start Otacon whenever you want. You don't really take that much damage. Your Q is just it's a healing. It heals based off targets. So you're pretty much going to be set to go. And with your ultimate up, you're going to be really good for, you know, just being on the objective. Your ultimate generates a lot of fury, and it also gives you a bunch of fury initially. So if you're short like 20 fury, you want to empower stun, you just ulti early. And it also just does a lot of damage to whatever you're doing. Like if you're jungling, if you want to speed up this Otacon, just ulting will just speed it up by a lot. So here, I'm going to just make sure I just keep clearing a bit more. And then I'm just going to go to my bot side and see whatever jungle camps I can get. I do have my items, so I don't know if I want Sterix or do I want, you know, like my Spear Sojin. Personally, I just need Sterix because of, you know, the extra tenacity is going to help. I think their damage, they have a lot of burst, right? So I have to watch out. They might actually burst me down, so I have to watch out for that. But generally, I do just spam I just stack HP on him. You just go Sterix. You get Spirit Sojin for more damage. Your DD is really good. I haven't tried Sundered Sky. I don't know if Renekton builds Sundered Sky that much. But usually I just go like Spirit Sojin. But you could go Sundered Sky as well. Here, just get the red. A lot of times you want to start the camp with your first Q, right? So what you want to do is start with your first Q. Because by that time, your second Q will be up. So you can just play around that. Here, there's a fight going. Try to save your Fury initially. Because it's just really nice to have. So here you're just going to try to kill on your next W pretty much. And then here you're just going to chase and kite back. And then your W's back up. And you go again. So let's spam W. Ooh, actually died there, unfortunate. But you're just playing off that W. So you can see how the team fight would play out, right? I'm just going in, stunning, waiting for the next W. You just keep waiting for your next W in team fights. You're going to do really well. And you're going to be very strong. Gwen does hurt, but you can see it's easy. Once you're on top of them and you have your E, you can E in, hit them, and then E out to get away. And that's going to help you a lot. You don't have to go Ghostblade if you want an easier build. Just go Stridebreaker if you want to be really straightforward with your build. I haven't tried Blade the Rune King after the bust. It's just a really expensive item for no tankiness. So I always find it hard to fit in your build. The reason why I think Ghostblade is good because it gives you kind of that way to get onto people. Also a lot of damage. But also for 2,800 gold, right? Which is a lot cheaper. And that's a big thing. So for here, do I want MR? You can go into like MR if you like. But I just like stacking HP for now. I just have to figure out what MR item I would even want. It'd probably be like a Spear Visage or something. Just because I have a lot of healing in my kit. The shield did help. It did bring me some survivability in that situation. You do rely on your ultimate and your healing on your, like, you know, your Q as well to sort of survive these situations. You can see your W really starts to hurt. Like, it gives you insane damage. But Stridebreaker can probably do a lot of damage too. Plus, it might make it easier to just kind of get onto people. I want to use the Herald. You don't have to drop it. When it's about to time out, it just auto drops. You don't waste any time with that. What I'm looking for, though, is, you know, just to kind of clear out this guy. Get some vision here. He's probably in that brush, too. Gwen is bot side, so we might have to worry about her. But because of Herald, we actually can just go in here. And I'm just really... You want to W people too, whoever you can. Even Galio, right? The W is just going to nuke him down. Then once you get to people like here, W again, Q. Very straightforward W and then Qs. Pretty much all the combos. And I'll base here in case we lose the game. I will be there so I can just stop the Gwen, but yeah, she's a bit of a problem. But you can see I'm also a bit of a problem, as you can see. What do I want to do? Honestly, I do have my items. Baron's up. We do want to get Baron. We also want to get Dragon too. So the Gwen, honestly, really strong. A bit split pushing power. Haven't really figured out what MR item I want though. With the extra ability haste, it should help a lot though. I don't really have the damage to kill, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to kill the Nami here. Just getting onto people is the part. And then W knockdown. Ooh, that was a bit much though. I have to be careful. Gwen TP here, so you have to watch out here. Jace maybe be able to kill here. Silas. Or just get out too. Oh my god, this Gwen is so strong. Dude, Gwen is broken. She just builds normal. But I think we're fine. I just have to get my MR now. Maybe I'll just go for this item too. It just gives you a shield plus a bunch of MR. I don't think the shields are bad. I guess Zed has that item, but it don't matter. Wait, what the hell? I don't want that. We do have to get the objectives though. We need the Earth Dragon. We also need the Baron. Surprisingly, I'm going to be really good into Gwen just because I can lock her down. CC. Point and click stun is going to do 1,000 just straight up 1k damage on her face, which is really good. Dragon might be dead because Gwen's soloing it, so try to appear fast when we might steal it if I can. Yeah, now we just want to get the Dragon here. Just want to get the red and then go for the Baron. I don't want to give them Baron because I think we can just fight them. They're already on it, so it might be gone. We do have to fight though, where no one's nearby to fight. I'm able to get that. I need to get on the Gwen here. One more W should do the trick. Beautifully done. Yes, yes. The steal on it too. Ian, just get the W. Beautifully done. Thank you. Like that's what I'm saying. Like once you get your items, W maxed out. That shit hit though. That shit hit though. Early game was a bit sloppy, but overall, I mean, you want to have fun with this. Just get to the 2-item spike. Get your ability haste. Skip Ghostblade if you find yourself too squishy. I recommend just going Stridebreaker. Cleaver is really strong, really important to have like my second item, so I'd recommend you just get there. Hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Renekton Jungle. Good luck on the game, good luck on the climb, and I'll see you guys in my next video.